again, Zara Jawad. I'm very distraught, panic struck, just going through a lot, thinking of my mother, whom I lost in Karachi. Um, very bereaved. My beautiful mother suffered a lot. Um, but recently, what happened is, sorry, it might be completely wrong. I was at Sahil Bhai's. I'm going to. Okay, now I've got the mic. So I don't even know which picture or which video to put here. The internet thing on my video I deleted. Okay, so just also checking here. I went live stream on Facebook about this. Uh, uh, it's just things are coming, everything's coming back to me. What happened in Karachi, and I find out that today, no, how should I say this? Where am I in your life? Am I a ghost or something? No, okay, I can see myself live here. So there was a person who came as an ex, saying that he's an ex Hindu on Sahil Bhai's channel. They are live stream. I've left the live stream because I was kind of shaken when he said goodbye to Adam Seeker, this man. He said he was an Indian ex Hindu. But when he said when he was saying goodbye and all to Sahil Bhai or Adam Seeker on Sahil Bhai's live stream, the laughter, the end part, uh, it just gave me a thing of I know this person. You know, they can use VPN, and so I think he's. If I am correct, if my gut feeling is correct, my intuitions are correct, then this person was someone I know. Have you seen the numerical miracles in Quran, Mikhail? Um, no, I don't have to. Sorry, Mikhail, I don't have to see the numerical miracles in the Quran. If they are, they must be coming from the Talmud, Jews' book. Or maybe this Quran is a copy and paste of, um, so I think you've asked me a question that doesn't, it's jumping to numerical miracles when very easy verses in the Quran tell me that there are contradictions. Have you seen the contradictions in the Quran? So let me rephrase this question back to you. And why haven't you seen? No, you have not seen the contradictions. Have you seen my videos? You haven't seen the contradictions in the Quran. Okay. Uh, no, I'm new here. Okay, you're new here. Welcome. Um, where um, where are you from? Just found your channel. Oh, okay. Welcome. You're a Muslim, right? So Mikhail, you from UK. Okay, you're from UK and you're a Muslim. Let me just come here to this channel so we can see your because I don't have that. We can see your. Okay, your comments here in the live chat. Sorry, please bear with me. You're new here. So I'm an ex Muslim Ex-Shia, and I've been showing contradictions in Quran verses and discrepancies in the Quran verses. And we don't even know about. Do you know that no one knows what Hamim Tasin means? Only Allah, or some things only the Prophet knows that are written in the Quran. So the thing is that why should let's would you like to um, see the because here I'm showing things that the prophet was a terrorist, number one, and the basis of his he was a false prophet. The basis of everything was terrorism. Believe in Allah and become a Muslim, otherwise you'll be killed or you'll have to pay the jizya. So he forced Islam on people. And this is quite academic, but at the same time, because I'm an ex-Muslim, I have my feelings coming out, right? So the miracles of the Quran, no, I cannot see any numerical miracles in the Quran. But what we can see is what any common person, unscientific, can see. So if you would like to see that, I can show you that. But right now, I'm here for, I was here. It's good you're here too. I wanted some Muslims to come here. Thank you for being here. So, what I can do, okay, I wasn't prepared for this, and I'm traumatized, but still, okay, at this time, I'm panic struck. Um, what I can show you, would you like to see what I'm to show you? What I can show you, what I found, my findings of the Quran ayahs. Can you help me? The miracles, you see, it didn't help Muslims seeing the miracles, numerical miracles in the Quran, because we have many schools of thought. Shia, Sunni, one book, and hatred amongst each other for each other. So, can you help me see this? Because then there's a lot at cost. We can't examine our religion. We couldn't question the Quran the way we were brainwashed. So, if you have an open mind, I would really appreciate that. So you can help me and I can help you see what is very, very apparent, that this prophet wouldn't allow anyone to remain polytheists or Jews or Christians, but impose jizya on them or forcefully convert them to Islam. So force was applied, and humanitarianly, it is uh, not like acceptable at all. It's not acceptable. As a Shia, I what I saw was Imam Hussein's sacrifice in Karbala. It appealed to me because he proved it to the world. But now, what I see when I was growing up, and I was reading the Quran, what I've seen here, so I don't know how to start with you, is that this person here, look at this. Can you help me with this? Lies in the Quran ayat. On one hand, In Surah Azab, 33 chapter, verse 6, the Prophet is closer to the believers than their own selves, and his wives are their mothers. On one hand, Allah has made the Prophet's wives your mothers, believers' mothers. On the other hand, when it comes to polytheists, and he even practiced the polytheistic custom of adoption, adopting Zed. So I gather that you know about Islam, right? Much, and that you are a Muslim. Now, this is very, very simple seeing. So I wouldn't even go that far as you would want me to go, is to see the numerical miracles in the Quran. What we want is to help each other understand the Quran ayats. And if the Quran ayats fail here to make us understand, uh, because they fail here, there's a contradiction here. Mujadila 58, chapter of the Quran, verse 2. If any men among you divorce their wives by zihar, calling them mothers, they cannot be their mothers. None can be their mothers. Now, none can be their mothers except those who gave them birth. Now this becomes an established fact in God. Like there's not with the in the sight of God, in God's law now, sent down to us. So I don't know how to say this properly. You'll have to bear with me. Sorry. On one hand, God here is saying, so isn't Allah a hypocrite himself? A liar? He's contradicting himself in the ayat. So, on one hand, wives of the Prophet, you know very well, since you've asked me if have you seen, I haven't seen any numerical miracles. No. Have you seen the numerical miracles in the Quran? So, you see what happens, Mikhail, that on one hand, the Prophet's wives have become mothers of the believers. And just taking this ayat 6 of Surah Azab, where we are told that the Prophet's wives are the believers' mothers, and Mujadila 58, chapter of the Quran, verse 2. If any men among you divorce their wives by zihar, calling them mothers, they cannot be their mothers. None can be their mothers. You can look at the various translations. You can even read the Quran in Arabic if you like, if you understand it, or read word by word translation of this, Quran.com, from the website Quran.com. Sorry. So none can be their mothers except those who gave them birth. And Zed also in Surah Azab, we were told Zed was stripped of this kind of adoption that Prophet Muhammad practiced. Um, right? A pagan Arab custom, idol worshipping custom, and we're told don't do this. In the same surah ayat, you made an unintentional mistake, but you claim with your mouths what is not biologically true, and God tells the truth. So, meaning now you cannot claim someone else's son to be your son. Those are just lies. And look at this more now. And in fact, they use words both iniquitous and false. But truly, Allah is one that blots out sins. And so, iniquitous, they use, even calling them, you're using words which are iniquitous, unfair, and a lie, false. Iniquitous means unfair, right? Not equitable. Just this. I mean, I could go as far as Surah Hasharites, where he's broken homes. Uh, he's evacuated the Medinan Jews, putting blame on them that they were fighting and all this. And Surah Azab again. And then we go back to Surah Hasharites. What he's done is what Prophet Muhammad has done to the Jews. He could have just done Hijrat, meaning left Medina. Medina was not his hometown. So, am I going too fast? Or is this okay? The speed is okay for you? Um, so these two ayats just tell us that God was, this is not a true God, Allah, right? Contradiction in the Quran. Do you see it? Let me just see if I can bring it. Oh, what I'll do? No, I've already done this in my live stream. These two eyes, can you see them here? The mothers are none but those who gave birth to them. This is not just for this incident, but Surah Azab's other ones also tell us that you can't now adopt a son and give him your name and, be like a father to him. And he doesn't even, he's stripped off inheritance, your inheritance and everything. And you can marry his ex-wife. So the wordings God puts is even by calling, like calling your wives, your mothers, uh, it's like at the time of divorce, giving them a bag, that means sehar means consequently, like you are like a mother to me now. But didn't said since Ummul Mumineen become like wives of the Prophet, are their mothers, the believers' mothers, then Zainab bin Josh was a wife of Zaid, the adopted son of the Prophet, right? And then they got divorced. So Prophet Muhammad married her, Zainab bin Josh. And now Zainab bin Josh becomes the mother of Zaid because Zaid is a believer. So aren't you doing the same thing in a roundabout manner? Didn't you do the same thing? Now, how does Zaid address Zainab bin Josh, his ex-wife, Ummul Mumineen, mother of the believers, faithful believers? There are many other things, but this just very easy thing that I just recently did on the live stream. Can you help me see this and yourself? So when you see this, this is grand hypocrisy in the name of Allah. This cannot be Allah's ayats coming from Allah. Such discrepancies found here. Very easy to look at. You don't have to be a medical student or a doctor into medical science. You don't have to be a scientist. And because I've proved even more than this, that he's a terrorist of his kind in the name of Allah. He terrorized the Jews, the polytheists. Although Islamic history comes in a different, of course, it's prejudiced. He tried to scare people. Of course, if you read Surah Hashar ayats, you would realize that Surah Hashar ayats that he was a terrorist. No matter what, you don't do this. We are told he did hijrat from Makkah to Medina because the Meccan polytheists were after his life. Although they didn't kill him, he didn't get killed. That's very surprising. It's like God's angels were, you know, he had protection from God or something. But did he have protection from God in Surah Tahrim? Although we are told he did, if you two wives do not desist, Allah is his helper, Gabriel, moreover, the righteous among the believers, and moreover, angels are his helpers. So why didn't you help him, Allah and Gabriel and the righteous among the believers, and moreover, angels, when his wives or whatever, what you say, were helping him? Oh, sorry, harassing him, and he had to forbid something for himself which Allah had made lawful. So whatever is in the why am I here in Surah Tahrim? Yes, here. Oh no, where? Oh, this is Surah Hashar, and now look at the surah. What he's done here to the Jews. It is he who expelled the ones who disbelieved. Yani he, Allah, expelled the ones who disbelieved among the people of the scripture from their homes at the first gathering. He's expelling them, the Jews from their homeland, Medina, inciting also his Ali Imran, inciting the polytheists Makkans to fight the Jews. You did not think they would leave, and they thought that the fortresses would protect them from Allah. But the decree of Allah came upon them from where they had not expected, and He cast terror into their hearts. Allah is such a terrorizer. So they destroyed their houses by their own hands and the hands of the believers. So take warning. What did they do? They didn't even want to fight. They were in houses, referring to the Jews of Banu Nadir who broke their pact with the Messenger of Allah. Just breaking a pact. I don't trust this. Now, when you see that there's a great discrepancy, which I showed you in Surah Azab verse 6 and Surah Mujadila verse 2, now you can see that this person, Allah, is a terrorist and so is he. And so no God, and so this is a fake book. No God can be a terrorist. And if not, Allah decreed for them evacuation. The Jews were already living in Medina. He was born, Prophet Muhammad was born in Makkah. And I don't even think they were after his life. 4, because God could not help him. That is because they opposed Allah and His Messenger, and whoever opposes Allah. Now, opposition, the word I searched for here, shaku, the meaning of it, you can find in Surah Qalam. It means, Surah Qamar. It means shaku, it actually comes close to splitting away, splitting from, meaning splitting away from Allah and His Messenger. Please use a more exact word, because this is haq you're doing. You're claiming to do justice. Allah is just. So use the proper word, because opposition is a very vast, it could have a vast, many definitions. Fight, protest, walk away, but not disagree, be in disagreement with. And remember, he's in Medina, in that city, and they have chiefs and all. They don't need him. And he's making his word, like, he's imposing it on them. And then he's saying they're opposing Allah and me. And he's put it like this. His Allah, saying that it's Allah has put it. And his Allah cut down the trees also. Whatever you have cut down of their palm trees or left standing on their trunks, it was by permission of Allah. So he would disgrace the defiantly disobedient just because fasiqun or fasiqeen. So you know what it like fitna, he says that is worse than murder. Fitna, fitna is like treachery, treason. Now, who could be treasonous against you in Medina? It's not your country or it's not your city. Medina was city, Yathrib. So he's cut down trees also. And saying because they were defiantly disobedient. So if I felt that if the Muslims had to read this last part and say, yes, it's right for him to do this, the whole Quran comes to, is a lie by just showing you these two verses. So wherever he has claimed that his Allah has put a 69xxx dot life, I don't need this here. I'm just going to show what he's done. They are doing. Uh, so defiantly disobedient, and to disgrace them, expelled from their hometown, homeland, uh, broke down their own houses with their own hands, and the believers broke down their houses. Moreover, uh, the Jews, they cut the trees down. Allah did through them, the believers, because to disgrace the Jews for breaking a pact, being defiantly disobedient, you move away from. Because you see, at first we thought that it was we were not the aggressors. Muslims could never be aggressors. Islam didn't teach us this. What we were taught about Karbala, and how we used to look at these ayats thinking that, but now I don't want to think. I don't want to take you there. You know why? Not because I thinking that he's innocent, but now, no. How we were brainwashed, how cleverly he put it. And if the Muslims give me the verse from Surah Nisa, if it pops up in my Muslim head, right, brains, that the oppressed men, women, children cry out that please Allah take us out of this land of oppressors and of this. You know what? I have a ayat ready here, Ali Imran ayat. At least, I think these hypocrites are better. At least fight. Where is it? No, it's before this. Lies in the Quran. No, even before this. License to oppress. Uh, Surah 3, Ayat 167. Al Imran, Ayat 167. And the hypocrites also. Like he wanted to expose the hypocrites. Not only the Muslims of his time in the Battle of Uhud, the hypocrites also. So carried on. These were told, come fight in the way of Allah, or at least defend. Now, They say defend like the foe from your city. This is not about defending Prophet Muhammad. It's about defending their own city. They said, had we known how to fight, we should certainly have followed you. I don't know how they went in Jangiband. Excuse me, how did they fight in? So, me asking like that, the Muslims will say, yes, yes, they're lying because they fought in the Battle of Badr, the first battle between policies and of Makkah and the Muslims of Prophet Muhammad. Allah, they said, had we known how to fight, we should certainly have followed you. But the point here is, it's not only fight in the way of Allah. Look at this. Because in Surah Nisa it says, how can you not fight for, how can you not fight when it's for, you know, helping the oppressed, men, women, and children? And then when he's made in Surah Hashar, God knows how many children were in the house, elderly people in the houses that he destroyed, demolished in Medina. And then he's saying, oh, this money is for the Mahajireens, Ansars, the traveler, the orphan. How many orphans you've made? And you've, what do you call that? You've displaced Medinans. But no, that it doesn't matter. So as a Shia, I used to think, all these fights and all, reading Najul Balagha also, Imam Ali's, with Mawiya and all the time. So is there another way? We were told that he's the best. So the hypocrites were the worst he had ever, right? Prophet Muhammad. No. There must be another way to deal with hypocrites rather than fight them. Those who, I think it's just come to, am I going to, I've gone as slow as possible, but maybe I've missed a point. There are the ones that say, they are the ones that say of their brethren slain while they themselves sit at ease. Now, you didn't travel and do business with Khadija, employed by Khadija. Huh? And you didn't at the time when Surah Tawbah Barat was revealed sit in Medina and tell Abu Bakr to go and go to that pilgrimage. For pilgrimage. So then when these verses came down of Surah Barat, then Allah told him, no, send Ali, send one of your relatives. So Ali had to rush to Makkah for the pilgrimage and tell Abu Bakr that, wait, I have to, proclaim this surah there without the Bismillah. And Imam Hussein, we are told, in Karbala, says, Imam Hussein says, at least be free if you don't have a religion and, at least be free. So how we have been deceived. I mean, so anyway, the Muslim mind of mine may be coming. Do you still, is it enough? Why isn't it? Is this enough? Look, for a noble person, please, intelligent person, exceed punished because they cut themselves off. Yeah, this is a proper, like comes close to splitting because I found it in another Quran. I uploaded a Quran, downloaded. So look at this. You're not, and you're saying Allah is haq, justice. You're using such big, big words. Please look at this and leave this tyrant's religion. At least we can do a little bit of justice for these Madinans and not go after crying for Imam Hussein or remembering a tyrant's grandson in the name of, no, no, he was oppressed. And really meaning it from the heart, right? So, can you believe it? And then I was like, it was very difficult for me to leave this religion, you know? But once you see the contradictions, uh, yeah, like, oh no, pain can never lie. You know, the pain. Like if you feel uh, you've been betrayed in life and the pain is, if you're in pain, it's crying out loud to you. Not physical pain, but that kind of, pain like you feel hurt, betrayed, not rejected, but betrayed. It's a different kind of pain. So it's on the psychological or spiritual level. Although the spirit is pure, so soul level. Let me just properly say this. So soul level, how can Imam Sajjad lie? How can Bibi Zainab lie? Because then we have, and also, yes, so all these years, and then we have Anita Rai. Anita Rai has written this book. She became a Ani, mm, Anita Rai. Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. I'm quite bad right now, but anytime I have to, it would be such a honor. Essential woman. Pain in action. The essential woman. On Bibi Zainab, I'm going to her site. Where is it? Pain in action paragraph. Sleeping with ignorance? No. Perfect reflection of perfection. Ali is diligent in Allah's affairs. So a Hindu lady writes about the hardest times. Oh, I didn't have the heart to read this. Power of pain in action. And another thing I used to tell myself, that pain can never lie. My heart would never lie to me, and the pain can never lie. But then I found an ayat in the Quran that hearts have a tendency to go astray. So, what do you believe in? What are you left with inside of you to believe in? So, right? And your soul, even in Surah Taha, the Samiri cast, Samiri says, my soul inclined, inclined to it. The power of pain and action. But I used to say, Imam Sajjad, Bibi Zainab's pain. How can pain lie to us? Look at what this religion did. Huh? The day after the infamous slaughter took place in Karbala, the members of Muhammad's family were made to leave for Kufa to be presented to Ibn Ziyad. Even not like, it's my, uh, I still have that. So this is going to shock me if I read it again. Imam Zain al-Abidin, seeing this, Zain al-Abidin was so traumatized. I mean, I know what it means to be traumatized, but I cannot even compare my, well, I'm not as masoom as, I'm not, uh, no, 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 I can't compare. I mean, people are going to say, come on, don't compare. No way can we compare it, right? Traumatized that he appeared on the verge of death himself. I've been in that state, but I didn't lose everything in one night or one day. They lost everything in Karbala. On observing this, Zainab said to him, "O you who are a reminder of my grandfather and father, what has happened to you? For I see that you are about to lose your life." He replied, "Dear aunt, how can I be otherwise when I see that the bodies of my father, uncles, brothers, and cousins are lying on the ground? Think of the Jews, neglected while their clothes have been removed. Although we were told they were evacuated, but their houses, displaced. Their houses were broken down, demolished. So I would need a Hindu to write like this for the Jews, perhaps one day. But I don't want to get them into trouble against the Muslims. Oh, yes, because it would be against Prophet Muhammad and the Quran. Oh, yes, no, 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 no. Oh, you, okay? And then another thing is that you see what we were with the zenith of humanity. Anita Rai writes, this was the moment. Zainab, yani Zainab who? Not Zainab bin Josh. Not she's Zainab bint Ali, Prophet Muhammad's cousin and son-in-law. This was the moment Zainab had been reared, geared, and prepared for all through her life. The entity of her being was anchored on this moment of time. This was the moment of truth. Only truth. Look at how they've turned it around. This was the moment. And wow, Anita, right? The zenith of humanity. Mm-hmm. Hashar Nashar, he's done. He's done. In Surah Hashar, it's Allah and him and his Muslim believers. But they won't get, you're not supposed to get the booty right now. Wait until, but first it's for Allah, and because you did not work, didn't go on camels and horses to fight them. But God knows Allah sent a wind, or in Surah Azab, we're told Allah sent such a storm. So there was Khandak and there was Khaybar against the Jews. This was the moment of truth. Only through truth can untruth be vanquished. I would urge my readers to recollect the saying of Lady Jane Wilde, quoted earlier in chapter 1. I'm going to rearrange and reshape it in the following manner. We have now traced the history of women from paradise. Oh yeah, I can't read much, or I'm like my energy is drained. This was the moment. So skipping some and continuing. This was the moment Eve had waited for. This was the moment Adam had waited for. This was the moment Hagar had waited for. This was the moment Abraham had waited for. This was the moment Mary had waited for. Mary had waited for. Oh, what did I do? Oh, it's here. Sorry, excuse me. I just keep dropping things and having accidents. So I thought I had dropped something that would have burnt me. Now, recently a cut a nick, and then burn. So no, no. Okay, what is? Yeah. Zainab was ready to fulfill her end of the Hussein Zainab partnership deal. Zainab drew herself up bravely in front of the most notorious man of all time. You know who's turned out to be the most notorious man of all time? Not Yazid, not Yazid's father, not Yazid's grandfather, Abu Sufyan, but Zainab's grandfather, Muhammad. Let me now correct my Shias. Right? So, Bibi Zainab, praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and blessings no way. Lanat on your grandfather. Accursed are those tyrants, terrorists, liars, and what a big lie to God he has given. Leaders of lies in the name of Allah, lying, giving a lie to God, and changing the scriptures, tampering with the scriptures, holy scriptures. Zainab or Hak snatching away, whatnot. Zainab began boldly and loudly. Okay, praise be to Allah. No. Oh, Yazid, Allah says, and this word is true, that then evil was the end of those who did, who did evil because they rejected the communications of Allah and used to mock them. So cherry picking. Here you're saying this. Okay. Surah Ankabut or okay, Surah 30, sorry. I'm just guessing. Surah 30, verse 10. O Yazid, do you believe that you have succeeded in closing the sky and the earth for us? Your Nana, your grandfather, maternal grandfather, closed. This means that your maternal grandfather closed the sky and the earth for the Medina Jews, and that we have become your captives. Your Nana, your maternal grandfather, Muhammad. He married Safiya bint Huway, Juwayriya bint Harith. Your Nana didn't have captives? And what? No, no. Why, Bibi Zainab? Why, why didn't you quote Surah Muhammad? This ayat. Quote this ayat. What your Nana, what your maternal grandfather, Prophet Muhammad, did here. What about this, right? Shia has come. Surah 42, verse 2. Where's it? No. Sorry, it's verse 3? No. 4. Okay, verse 4. So when you meet those who disbelieve in battle in brackets, see, or strike their necks until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, then secure their bonds. Meaning, and either confer favor afterwards. This is the way you are treating these captives. Wait a minute. After killing, slaughtering them, they're not even. Are they captives? Have you ever asked if they are captives? Footnote. Take those remaining as captives. Okay. Then secure their bonds. Okay. And either, well, secure their bonds. Such a. I was like, oh, maybe secure the loved ones' bonds or something. Chained. Abid, Imam Sajjad is in chains, right? No, no, this secure their bonds means that you, wait a minute, bind any captives firmly. Ouch. Later you can release them by the grace or by ransom until the toils of war have ended. Your grandfather, what he did to the captives. Yeah, Yani, come on, as Shias, please. You are crying for Imam Hussein. Okay, Imam Hussein, but Imam Sajjad, बेरियों में लिपटा है सज्जाद यानी enchained chains put around these heart of mine. Michael Bolton song. Later you can release them. So bind any captives firmly until the toils of war have ended. That is the way. That is not the way. Right? Because if we eschews what we used to cry for, that is not the way. God could have defeated them himself if he had willed, but his purpose is to test some of you. So larao, marao, kill and get killed. His purpose is to test some of you by means of others. Here it doesn't say to save those oppressed. It doesn't say to save those oppressed. It says to test. So now God is testing us, and when the shaitan said, I will make them, you know, I will, well, what did he mean? I will make them go astray. Like fight and kill and, spill blood. This is where the angels held a commotion on the high place with Allah. I mean, in front of Allah, that you're going to send, you've made this man and you're going to send him on earth. They're going to fight and kill each other. But that's okay. The purpose is to test each of you so that, and then the Shia say, our purpose of life, Al Bayt. We live for Rasulullah and his all. Because that's what the purpose of life is, to love them. Surah 42, no, Surah 42, verse 23, I think. Love of near of kin. This is Risalat's reward of the message of Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad. God could have defeated them himself. And death can come. Of course, death is natural. Why not just fight? No, no. And this could not be a battle. Why? Because I tell you, I've looked at the Quran ayats more and I've seen that he's a liar. He just wants people to fight each other and kill each other, but not kill him, preserve him and his family members, and make them leaders, imams, and holy, and himself have the praise. Surah Fat Ayat 9. Praise him morning and evening. Prophet Muhammad, not Allah. Mistranslation by the Quran ayats. Quran translators, sorry, of the ayats. God could have defeated them himself if he had willed, but his purpose is to test some of you. But no, no, no. By means of others. Here he puts it this way. He will not let the deeds of those who are killed for his cause come to nothing. his cause. So what is his? Oh, his cause. There he say. Now here it's his cause. Fight jihad in Allah's cause. And then here Ali Imran is he's telling the polytheists of Makkah. You know what is the background for this? So sometimes, I'm sorry, we have to go through the background to find out. They said, had we known how to fight, like, what is this? They don't want to fight. Sometimes he says, they fighting amongst themselves severe, and why are you cowards? Acha, so actually they didn't want to fight. But then they're opposing, we're told they're opposing Allah and the Messenger. So he puts Allah first. He is such a najis man. He puts Allah first. He's a contaminated, abominable, abominable thing he has done. Monstrous. They said, had we known how to fight. No, no, wait here. Come fight in the way of Allah or defend. And here we're told that it's not defend Prophet Muhammad. Muslims unanimously agree. You know? And what do the. So the Shia's commentaries have failed me, but just to see what the Shias say about this, my Shias, with the now, now really come out of this religion. I do respect, yeah, with due respect, okay, to you all, Surah Al Imran. Let's go to the, if I have the 167. Going to Ayat 167. Thank God. Huh? See commentary for verse 166. The events which took place in the Battle of Uhud have been described and discussed from verse 121. This is, yeah, huh? Surah onwards. What discussed from verse 121? Battle of Uhud. Surah onwards. That which befell the Muslim was by Allah's will, so that the believers and the hypocrites. I don't need this. I want to know. Allah knew best that which the hypocrites concealed. When they were asked to come and fight in the way of Allah, they thought that it was not a fair fight because the enemy was killing them. Therefore, they took to flight. Muslims. Nearer were the hypocrite deserters. Oh, this is not even the Makkans. So, who are they fighting? Polytheists of Makkans. Therefore, they took to flight. The Muslims, infidel. Nearer were the hypocrite deserters on that day to infidelity. They also assumed that had those who were slain in the battle stayed at home, they would have remained alive. Shias, oh my God, of course. So I think the Sahabas, but not in the Sunni way. Oh my God, yes, it's true. He was a, he Surah Azab, he's a diseased heart himself. Surah Azab verse. Oh my God. So nearer were the hypocrites. They, so they didn't want to fight, right? They wanted to save lives, Shias. For goodness sake. They also assumed that had those who were slain in the battle stayed at home, they would have remained alive. Now, can you get it? Who's the one who brought about this fight? It's not very difficult to work it out, work it out. See it. Those who do not believe in Allah are ignorant of the fact that the hour of death is certain. Whether they go to the field of battle or stay at home. Who was the inciter? Prophet Muhammad. I can tell now. It shows that the Holy Prophet had carried out his mission in the presence of open and hidden hostile forces. Oh, for goodness sake. They didn't want to fight. On one hand, what do you call this? Any Angrez? Oh, sorry, European? English? With due respect, please help us. Look, you, it's plain to see. Therefore, they took to flight. Nearer were the hypocrites, and ignorant of the fact that the hour of death is certain, whether they go to the field of battle or stay at home. Actually, they didn't want to come. Okay, now you tell me. I need an eloquent person. Tell me, who wants to fight? Who was the aggressor here? What antagonism? When the part, let's say Abu Bakr is there and Omar, Shias, and they don't want to fight. No, Ali. No, they don't. You see, Omar and Abu Bakr, why they didn't want to fight? Because Holy Prophet and Ali, both terrorists. Terrorists. He would not let them be until now you get it. And when you get it, you leave. Drop this religion. It shows that the Holy Prophet, it shows that this Holy Prophet, well, let me just read it. It shows that the Holy Prophet had carried out his mission in the presence of open and hidden hostile forces of but not fighting them, not fighting the Holy Prophet, not giving him a fight or a war. Please refer to the commentary of Al-Baqarah 8 to 20 to know about the hypocrites. No. You know what? I would tell you to please refer to 167 ayat of Al Imran and know that the hypocrites are better saving lives than he is. And he just wants the fight so that what happens is this man gets all the goodies of not only in Surah Ashar, but gets praised for many, many years, 1400 years now. And you can see this Shias. You know this because you're going to give this verse to, if a Sunni Muslim says, I would have given him this verse. You say we worship Rasulullah. But Surah Ayat says, please have a look at this, Hazrat, um, respected Sunni Muslims. This is wrong. So any Muslim leader from the Muslim countries, I would perhaps appeal to you so that you people may believe in God and His Messenger, support Him, honor Him, and praise Him morning and evening. It means here that God, if you put it like this, one, This means if you don't, yes, what does it mean? It means his messenger prays him morning and evening. It means there's no difference between God and his messenger. Because in the end, you don't say, i.e., celebrate Allah's glory morning and evening. No. And even if you say this, it still means praise the messenger. Helping the messenger, honoring him, would be glorifying Allah morning and evening. According to some commentators, the verse means and help the messenger and honor him and glorify Allah morning and evening, and according to others, and help Allah and honor him and glorify him morning and evening. Even they haven't decided. See, one Quran, a difference in Sunni Shias, Sunni Muslims, difference. They can't figure out which one is right. You see why? Now you look at this. Figure it out, not through anyone, but yourselves, by reading this Quran ayat, that you may believe in Allah and His Messenger and may honor Him, because after Allah, if they wanted Allah, so He's tempered with, you see, partner with Allah, partnership. How can it be glorify Allah, help Allah? My goodness. And His Messenger is written there, here in this ayat. How can it be honor Allah, respect Allah, when the Messenger has been written after Allah, that you may believe in Allah and His Messenger? Aisa Beo, He's made you so I don't know, dumb. Can I say that word? Dumb, that you don't see it. It could be fear. It's mutilated the brain, your brains. You know, when you become fearful, either you fight or flight, run away, or you just want to close your eyes and you stand there. If you're traumatized, you're just shocked and you scream. You're screaming. Ah, because one time in my life, I was so traumatized. I saw a cat going after a pigeon. I was like, ah, I just stood there screaming because I was weak at that time, right? Shocked. So I couldn't run. I couldn't save the pigeon, go running towards the pigeon, but I just stood there screaming. And I shocked myself how weakened I was at that time when the attack on me had started. You know what bodyguards do? If, to protect someone, they can, give a long jump, whoever they are assigned to protect. Have you seen the Bodyguard movie? Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Honor him, respect him, and exalt him, not I, Allah, the Prophet again. Sahih International. Please correct it. Morning and afternoon. Anyways, you have two opinions here, commentators. How can, when you can't get a simple, basic thing right in one? Although there are difference of opinions with the commentators, still, in the end, they would have glorify Allah morning and evening. You can't get a simple sentence right. You can't understand. This is why Jiddu Krishnamurti, it boils our blood. What is this? Surah. You can't get a single fact. Surah Nisa. What is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? You fail to understand a single fact. You fail to understand. Surah Nisa verse. Yusuf Ali translation. Here, 78. My Islam. We'll go to my Islam. Wherever you are, death will find you out, even if you are in towers built up strong and high. If some good befalls them, they say, this is from Allah. But if evil, they say, this is from thee, meaning the Prophet. Okay, this I can understand, yes, that you can put the Prophet here. Say, all things are from Allah. Hmm. But what had come? So if all things are from Allah, then even take the opposition, right? All things are from Allah. But what hath come to these people? What has come? That they fail. Now what's happened? The curse of, you know, this Prophet Muhammad has spread to the Muslims because of what he did in his lifetime. This is from the, say, all things are from Allah. Now I'm trying to get the Muslims out of this curse. A spell has been put on you by Prophet Muhammad. And until you drop this tyrant, mass murderer, psycho, God knows, narcissist of his kind, gaslighter, terrorist, using religion, Allah. He is the highest blasphemer ever against Allah. All things are from Allah. But what has come to these people that they fail to understand a single fact? Huh? They can hardly understand any statement. Say International. Translation of Ayat 78, Surah Nisa. Mahsan Khan. What is the matter with you Muslims? Tell me. Now, can you see? May the curse be removed because what your prophet did to people. Say all things are from Allah. So what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? I'll tell you. I've told you that they fail to understand because you Muslims are following a tyrant. One of, like, what did Anita Rai say? You fail to understand any word. You're explaining things away. They almost do not comprehend any discourse. So they believed in Allah, but they didn't believe that this messenger was a true messenger. That, of course, evil was coming, constructed towers. If you were in. What is now I say, what is the matter with you Muslims? Surah Ashar, demolish, evacuate Jews from their hometown, Now, now do you get it? Because those innocent people oppressed, evacuated, demolished houses, cut down trees, evacuated from their homelands, Yathrib, and Makkans blamed polytheists, Nijis, fight those who, you know, don't believe in Allah and the Messenger, fight those chiefs, leaders of polytheism, disbelief. What is it in Surah Tawbah? What has happened is now the Muslims, you can't see it, and you are killing for this false religion because no true prophet will tell you to fight the way he has, and how his evil progeny even turned it around. That, and we couldn't see it. The Shias couldn't see it. Was what is it then with these people? They almost do not comprehend any discourse. Almost. They can barely understand what they are told. For those looking for the commentary, okay, this is a Sunni site, Ibn Kathir and all this. So, 78 verse. What is the matter with you people? You Muslims? This, Yani, I should put my blood and sweat together? You don't understand a single ayat? You don't get it the way it is written in Arabic, so plain to see? Every day read it 10 times, 20 times. One ayat, stick on it. This is not Surah Ashar, Surah Fat. That you people may believe in Allah and His Messenger. Forget the translators. That you may believe in Allah and His Messenger and may honor Him and respect Him. Now, after Allah comes the name of His Messenger. Allah is already honored, exalted, is He, and all this, right? And praise morning and evening, lot of ayats. Lots of ayats in the Quran. Every ayat is in the end, grand, this, that. But here, it's a very simple ayat that which class can understand. After Allah, messenger's name. The messenger is mentioned here. So that you may believe in Allah and His messenger. Now, Shias, you're going to also use this against the Sunnis who say you worship Prophet Muhammad and Ali. But first you tell them that this ayat proves, doesn't it? Worship of His messenger, Rasulullah, Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, yeah? All Muslims. So when you put it to the Sunni Muslims, Shias, you're going to say, look at this ayat. Isn't this worshipping His messenger? Not only that, exalt Him morning and afternoon. It's partnership. Believe. Not only obey, but believe. So is there a difference now? If this commentary, Sunni commentary is saying, according to others, and help Allah and honor Him. See? Because you can't comprehend that the actually the messenger has a partnership with Allah. Sharik Allah. Oh my God. So why? Why that ayat again? 78 of Surah Nisa. What is the matter with you that you do not understand a single fact, a single word? Where is Quran.com? Like, oh, statement. You can hardly understand a simple. Where's the transliteration of this ayat? Here it is. Hadith. If you can't understand a single fact or a single what is wrong with these people that they fail to understand any word? Hadith means, you know what hadith means, the saying of Prophet Muhammad and all this. So here it's saying like, I can understand now the word. It's a word. Word. You can't understand a single word here? We're going to spend years here on YouTube trying to make you see, pick on it, who's in the right and who's in the wrong. You know what a fight I had? I mean, fight meaning where's Anita Rai? Oh, Yazid, do you believe that you have succeeded in closing the captives just because we have brought before you in a row and that you have secured control over us? No, no, Bibi Zainab, your Nana, your maternal grandfather secured control over everyone. Allah bichara Yazid, God bless him. So they turned it around, even his grandchildren turned it around. And such a turning. Wow. Amazing, right? One of a kind. Do you believe that we have been afflicted with insult and dishonor by Allah? And that you have been given honor and respect by Him? You have become boastful of this apparent victory that you have secured, and you have started feeling jubilant and proud over this prestige and honor. I think it was actually when your Nana was alive. Nana meaning maternal grandfather. Prophet Muhammad. Uh, you think that you have achieved worldly good? Yes. Remains of the day from the Jews, Surah Asharayat, yes. And that your affairs have become stable and our rule has fallen into your hands? Our rule or God's rule? God's rule for us or our rule? Anyways, this is written by Anita Wright. It's not perfect, but it's better than the Quran, I tell you. Wait for a while. Do not be so joyful. Have you forgotten Allah saying the unbelievers should not carry the impression that the time allowed to them by us is good for them? Surely we give them time so that Surah Ali Imran, what a coincidence. Verse 178, Bibi Zainab quotes to Yazid, quotes out. Eventually they will be given insulting chastisement. But your Nana always wanted to give insulting chastisements. O son of freed slaves. Really? Freed slaves. So your Nana can sleep with the. No, no. What your right hands possess. Did I say that? Is this your justice? Freed slaves? They didn't want to fight. They didn't want their women to be given in war as booties to your Nana. And the Sahabas, which Sahabas will your Nana give? Those poor slave girls, booties of war, are being paraded while the daughters slave me. Wait a minute. O son of freed slaves, is this your justice, that you keep your own daughters? Yes, we were told. You see, the daughters of Yazid, he kept them now. He's taking revenge, justice. Yazid, because you see, he had to keep his daughters covered. बेपर्दा क्या सफिया बिन हुई को जवेरिया को यानी बेपर्दा हाँ पर्दा तो नाम का दिया पर्दा तो नाम का दिया आपके नाना ने राइट यानी पर्दा oh veil okay let me see slave maids veiled while the daughters of the prophet of Allah are being paraded from place to place exposed serves you right you have dishonored us by unveiling at least they didn't marry you take you captives booties so enough for now from me uh, I could go on but so Shias respected Shias please have a look at this tyrant and how they've turned it around my heart will now contemplate on this and be really so where was God where's God where's God thank you so much I apologize greatly I didn't want to hurt your feelings Shias but I have to do justice and I have to go crazy a little no we're never going to survive if we don't go a little crazy song by Seal thank you so much